If you find yourself obsessed about a person, it means that your mind has an unfulfilled need that it is trying to meet through this person. It can happen at the beginning stages of the relationship, where you have a fantasy of what needs this person will fulfill for you. You have this fantasy and a dream that when you are together with this person, you will never again feel abandoned or alone or lonely, unsafe, unloved. All of those needs are unfulfilled within you, and you're projecting that need fulfillment and giving the power to fulfill those needs to the other person. And this is why your mind is so preoccupied with them. The anxious, preoccupied, and fearful avoidant attachers will tell you that even when you are in a relationship with somebody, that obsession and preoccupation with the partner doesn't just disappear because you are together. Even if you spend the majority of your time together, the obsession will still be there. And the reason for that is that we need to start taking care of our own needs. At the beginning of the healing journey, it is going to feel uncomfortable to fulfill our own needs as the anxious, preoccupied, or the fearful avoidance. There's a lot of resistance against that. We want somebody else or something else to take away the pain, to be there for us, to be consistent. And a lot of anxious, preoccupied, and fearful avoidance tell me that it doesn't feel good for somebody else for themselves to fulfill that need. It only feels good when another person is fulfilling their needs. However, when we do that, what happens is that we create a lot of insecurity in our own mind. Because let's swap the emotional need for a food need that our body needs for survival. So say, for example, in your city, there is only one grocery store for everybody. And you can only get your food. There are no other restaurants, nothing else. There is this only one grocery store. Don't you think you would be preoccupied with going to the shop every day, making sure that shop has stock of all the produce that you need, making sure that the shop is run very well? So your mind is going to be very occupied with the shop, with the management of that shop. You will want to know everything around it, the working hours, public holidays, will they be open, will they not be open? So your mind will be a lot more preoccupied with that one grocery store because it's your only source of survival. So therefore, you are going to focus on arranging your whole life around that store, and your mind is going to be very busy. However, if you have many restaurants like we have nowadays, you have plenty of stores, your mind is not so preoccupied with one store. And this is the same thing that happens. Now, please don't understand this, that I'm advising you to have lots of plan Bs and many other relationship options to fulfill those needs. What I am pointing you towards is to learn how to fulfill your needs by yourself, especially if you are the anxious, preoccupied, or fearful avoidant attachment style. The dismissive avoidants, on the other hand, have to learn how to get other people to help them fulfill their needs. But this type of video is not usually for them. The attachment styles that often have this issue are the anxious and the fearful avoidants. A lot of the time when we are in some kind of separation from our partner, whether the partner is in another city for work, maybe you're taking a break, or you are broken up, your mind must still be very preoccupied with this person because somewhere along the line, your mind associated need fulfillment with them. So what this looks like is that maybe at the beginning of the relationship, there was a honeymoon phase and the relationship ticked a lot of boxes, as it does in the honeymoon phase. For that short period of time, between 3 months to a year, we might have felt like all our needs were satisfied. We were loved, we were accepted, we were validated, we had a companion, and it seemed like all our life's problems just all of a sudden went away, and we didn't have to cope with the pain and suffering of life that is sometimes present there. And especially if we have an insecure attachment, those inner challenges are so much more pronounced, and the inner needs that are unfulfilled and have been unfulfilled for a long period of time are there and are very uncomfortable. So what do you do when you find yourself in these situations? Every time you think about the person, don't beat yourself up, don't berate yourself for having these mental patterns. Rather, notice what is the need that is coming up. How can I fulfill this need by myself? And most of those needs you could fulfill by yourself to like maybe 80%, maybe even more. And you can of course ask other people to help you fulfill those needs. However, for the anxious, preoccupied, and fearful avoidants who are leaning anxious, it is very important to learn to empower themselves to fulfill those needs, because we want from our partners what we do not give to ourselves. That means if you're looking for love from your partner, are there ways that you are taking away self-love through negative self-talk, through being around people who are just not nice to you, or engaging in activities like eating disorders or addictions, gambling, that are simply not loving, because all of that is draining your love cup. And then you want to find somebody who will top it up all the time. So on the one hand, we need to learn how to fulfill those unmet needs. And on the other hand, we also have to stop doing all of those things which drain the needs that we are trying to fulfill. And what this could look like is every single day when you have these thoughts about, oh, this person needs to fulfill my need. Okay, what is the need? I need to feel safe, or I need to feel loved. I need to feel validated. And think about, if I would want that from somebody else, how would I know that I got it? Would it come through a gift? Would it come through touch? Would it come through a pleasant word? If it's something like validation, you can journal about it, or you can just put your hands on your heart and validate yourself. Validate the person that you are, your positive qualities. If it's something like touch, a lot of people struggle with this when they are out of relationships, or if they have a bigger need for physical touch than their partner in a relationship. The solution to this is, yes, of course you can do somatic practices like the hug, where you put one hand under your armpit, the other hand onto your shoulder, and drop your one ear to the shoulder, squeeze the hands together, and breathe there, and feel that this is a hug. Other ways to fulfill the touch needs are through massage, whether you do self-massage on your hands and feet, or maybe even your shoulders, or you pay somebody to massage you. And you can find a massage therapist that suits you, that you enjoy, because massage is very different. There isn't only just one style of massage. Notice when the resistance comes up against fulfilling your own needs. And then think to yourself, would you rather permanently feel that you are in control and you have the power to meet your needs, to make yourself feel better? Or would you rather give that power to somebody else and then be vulnerable to that person's schedule changes, or health, or something else? Now, I'm not saying that we need to become avoidant. And I think most of you get what I'm saying. However, I just want to make that clear. I'm not saying that we have to now shift from being anxious or fearful avoidant to being dismissive avoidant and not needing anybody and becoming more hyper independent. I think that's clear. What I am saying is that we need to have this ability to give ourselves love, right? Because that is self-care, that is being healthy, that I can give myself self-love, I can be kind and nurturing to myself, I can give myself touch, whether that is through my own self-massage or going to meet that need through a massage. And that is a resource that I can use at any stage of the relationship, whether I'm in a dating phase, I'm in a relationship, or I'm in a breakup. Because when we do that, we feel really empowered. Our mind becomes calm and we don't have this obsession, attachment, and pain when it comes to relationships. Our relationships become more pleasurable. They become just an addition to already a full cup. And that is beautiful because it takes the anxiety, the fear, and the pressure out of our relationships. This frees our partner from feeling like they are this well of our need fulfillment. Because often they are not. They also have limits. And everybody has limits. And it is sad to notice that some people are unable to fulfill our cups. However, we can still do it for ourselves. And that is the most important part, is when we are healing our attachment style, is learning to pour into ourselves the love, the affection, the validation that we want from other people. I hope this helps you, and I'm sending you big love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Till I see you in the next one.